myself, I filled it in. No time for that doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in, yeah. No time for no loss, I'm paying the cost, I'm in it to win, yeah. Refuse, mine, it can't be diffused. If you ain't thinking the same, then we playing by different rules. You can't see the vision, we living at different views. Until we complete the mission, keep getting up, never snooze. I walked a mile in my shoes, had the mind of a fool, chasing diamonds and jewels. Trust me, I was confused. Started minding my business and used my mind as a tool. Ended up finding my purpose and found the time to get to it. They told me I couldn't do it, they told me I couldn't make it. They sold it, could never break it. That's sadly mistaken. I need a piece of the pie, I want it so bad I can taste it. They told me like Toby, keep on running toes, they gon' take a few to lose. Built the win, applied myself, I filled it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in, yeah. No time for no loss, I pay for the cost, I'm winning to win, yeah. Refuse to lose, I built the win, applied myself, I filled it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in, yeah. No time for no loss, I'm paying the cost, I'm in it to win, yeah. Refuse.
Okay, cheering. Welcome to Refuse to Lose Sports. My name is Joe Jordan. We have a great episode for y'all today. Just like last episode, we got a little bit of everything. You know, we got to talk about some NBA. The Hornets, man, they're still surging. After the All-Star break, they're still looking nice. We got to talk about Jayson Tatum. We get the news today that he might be back as soon as Friday. Way ahead of schedule, Carl. I know you had a certain date set, but he way ahead of schedule. We got to talk about some NFL stuff, man. Trent McDuffie, DJ Moore, both getting traded to places where they are actually needed. We got to address that. And lastly, we got BWT Teddy and Zero Sports Talk Griffey coming on and previewing the WBC. So I got two of my bros with me. In the middle, you can see Michigan Dunson Tomo, co-host of In the Red Corner. And then on my far left, but your far right, we got CTC himself, Carl, Talking College. I know he dropped the episode, 2 days ago, I believe. He gave his predictions of the conference tourneys. So make sure part one. So make sure y'all tune into that. But fellas, how y'all doing?
Man, I'm doing all right, man. You know, it's funny to see the Hornets buzzing the way they are, but hey, Trae Young starting tonight. So maybe I had some good news in the NBA chat after the game. We don't know. And they're going up against Utah, so it might be an even better game because you know how they tanking. But outside of that, man, I'm ready to talk some sports. I can't wait to see what Griffey and Teddy going to say about the WBC, especially after watching both of their episodes. And also having Carl up here, you know, college basketball is ramping up. A lot of people talking about brackets, so I can't wait to see what Carl got to say about that too. So, how y'all? On mute. Carl, your mic ain't on. Yeah,
not on. My fault. The actual mic was muted, which I don't know why, but I'm doing good. It's senior night for college basketball for Michigan State tonight. College basketball, we play Rutgers, so hopefully we get a dub for the seniors. Now, unfortunately, it's during the spring break, and I only know this because it was announced during spring break for the school, so the student section might not be as packed. But either way, gotta get that dub, and then ruin another senior night Sunday when we play Michigan.
Why me?
Wait, what? Oh, the comment.
Yeah.
Hey, it's a lovely day over here. I mean, I'm pretty sure you guys. I don't know how y'all feel. You know, the LJA movement going on right now. You know, you all got a weapon now, another weapon. So I want to see y'all thoughts on that. I can't wait to get to that topic. That's the one I've been waiting to see. Having the leaders of the LJA movement on. But we got to get right into business. Before we do that, y'all, it's Thursday, man. My boy Dave is not here right now, but if he were here, he would tell us, come on, y'all, let's turn up.
Turn me up. Up.
All right, we are streaming this on 4 different platforms, but our main platform is YouTube, so make sure you kind of migrate towards YouTube if you can, because all of our content gets posted on YouTube. But you can follow us almost everywhere at Refuse to Lose Sports on all social media platforms except for X and Twitch. You can follow us there at R2L Sports. whatever video you're watching this on, whatever platform you're watching this on, make sure you like the video. We will really appreciate that. Stop what you're doing and hit that like button and share this episode with anybody, so they can come on and watch this show live with you, because you can be involved in the show by being in the comment section. Shout out to the comments. We appreciate all of y'all in there. And last but not least, enjoy the rest of the show. Tomo, floor is yours.
I owe you some money or something? Like, that's insane. Like, where did that come from? But I asked myself where that come from, because it's like the same thing with this news. Joe, we was talking earlier about the topics, and we like, you know what, this the lineup that we gonna have. And as soon as we hang up, in typical R2L fashion, some news pops up. We get some breaking news, and here it is. Jayson Tatum is set to return on Friday. Now, I dropped it in the NBA chat, and Teddy said I was late. He said Shams was late. He said all these people was late because they already turned up in the city. Really was trying to see what my man Mike really thought about that. But outside of what Teddy was doing with his celebration, the city of Boston is now saying, hey, 6-time All-Star Jayson Tatum is expected to come back. I think they playing the Mavericks on Friday. We've talked about when he should come back. Should he come back? Now it's official that he is coming back. And is it Tatum time too soon? So I'm going to start with you, Carl. Like, I know you had the specific timeline, but do you think this is right for him?
I didn't have a specific timeline. I had a deadline.
There we go.
I had a deadline.
Powerpuff's beating me up, bro. I can't get things right.
Chill out, bro. I seen the comment. But I mean, I told y'all he was coming. I kept telling y'all he's coming back. I knew he was coming back. That's why I brought up the examples on the last episode of Cam Makers, and I brought up the example of Ardarius Washington. I knew he was coming back. He loves basketball way too much. You can tell, like, from the moment it happened, and like the IG, well, I don't really know too much. Like, I seen the IG stories about like him going through surgery, and you know, the Twitter stuff about how he missed the game, he gonna fight to come back and all that. You can just tell he wanted to come back and he was gonna push himself to be back. He was like dunking ahead of schedule. Everything he was doing was ahead of schedule. Now, is it the right move? Maybe. If Tatum is really 100%, then yes, it's the right move, because you still got the Celtics are 41-21 right now. So they're at 62 games. So they got 20 games, including that game Friday, to get the chemistry and everything back together. Why not? You need games reps to get chemistry. You don't want to prolong it. So if he feel like he 100%, he ready to go, what a great litmus test to see how the Achilles really is than the Mavericks. If you go out there the first 6, 7, 5, whatever minutes he played, and it's not looking good as far as how he feels with his Achilles, then hey, we playing the Mavs. We don't need you tonight. You tested it, you gave it a go, cool as whatever. But if you get out there and he feeling great, then now we work on how we gonna get Tatum in the mix with this team, because what this team got going on is still good. So I seen it coming. I'm not surprised, and I don't think it's too soon, because if he feel 100%, you go out there, and if you want to play, it's on you.
Joe?
If he's 100%, I'm cool with it. That was my only thing. I mean, to be honest with you, they kind of need Tatum, because the Celtics are not beating the top teams in the league. We look at the East, the only team they have beaten for real were the Cavs are the only team they have a winning record against, but the Cavs got a whole new team now. They got James Harden, or so they made a trade with Darius Garland. We just saw what happened last night. I mean, LaMelo Ball and crew go in there and just beat the brace off them. I mean, we talking about defensively and offensively. That I talked to Teddy earlier today. You know, Teddy is, he's from Boston. He's a Celtics fan. He said he listened to the sports radio station this morning talking about the Celtics, and they said this is the first time in a long time that I've seen the Celtics get blown out when they really try to win the game. That's what he said. He said there are times when they get blown out, and you can just see they lackadaisical, they're not really trying hard. But this was a game they really tried to get, and they still got blown out. It was ugly. So Tatum coming back will be good for them. I know, just like Carl said, how he saw the documentaries, videos. I seen videos like on Twitter and stuff like that on X, and I saw one. He told the doctor and said, "I didn't come back to be a blanket role player." Basically, right? I came back to be 100% and be who I was before I left. So him coming back tells me that he is, like Carl said, he should not come back if he can't be Jayson Tatum. So him saying that to the doctor is I'm assuming sometimes you assume you become a blank out of you and me. But I'm gonna assume right here and that he is going to be Jayson Tatum. Now, the key, I think, with these injuries, I said this last time, is the mental part of it. How will he react to certain situations? Is he going to be thinking about tearing his Achilles again or getting another injury? Is he going to be very, like mentally, very careful? So hopefully he could come back and be himself, but they probably wouldn't even bring him out there. That wasn't the case. So I think it's a good idea if he's 100%. And it's more than enough time, in my opinion, for them to regain that chemistry into the playoffs, because that first round matchup, as long as it's not the Charlotte Hornets, but that first round matchup can be a matchup where it would be hard fought. It could be like a Toronto or something that could be hard fought, but it would be a good way to go into the second round against one of these top contenders in the East. So I like the move.
So I had to pull it up, the schedule right quick, because of course they got the Mavericks. And after that, you said it's Cleveland, San Antonio, OKC, and then the Wizards. So it was like, well, if there wasn't a game like Friday, do you really want to hold off just a little bit more till y'all play the Wizards? And then he could really try to figure out if he himself? I mean, he had two games that he could choose from, but also going off of the game that they had last night, some people would say, are they hitting a panic button? Because they let the Hornets do that to him. And I was like, well, Tatum, we seen him in practice. Let's get him back out there. I mean, that's a speculation that you can throw out there as well. But also hearing the quote that you just read, Joe, was kind of like, well, that wasn't even a speculation. He probably watched that game and said, you know what? Nah, we're not doing this no more. And if you think about who else is coming back too, I seen him putting up some shots too with the 76ers. I mean, they got smacked by the Spurs a few nights ago, but Paul George is coming back. So now that East, the landscape is really starting to change just a little bit. And I know there's a lot of talk about Cleveland and, them being a scary team, but you're bringing back two players that are potential that can bring back. I mean, you're bringing back two players on two different teams that's going to give you an extra 20 or that scoring boost that's needed. So now, Carl, you might not even have to worry about the Cavs. Y'all might be good. You got the Hornets that's probably going to beat up on some people. And then, y'all could see the Hornets, because I seen it on X before I started the show that somebody put up there who will win a 7-game series between y'all and the Hornets. And I was like, all right, now they pushing it. But outside of that, I don't think it's too soon because, again, I'm not Jayson Tatum. So if he feels like he can go back out there, and I'm agreeing with Carl also too, the first 6 to 7 minutes, if he go out there and give you a quick 10, he might be back.
I don't think they pressed it. First of all, before I get into what I was about to say, why did you have to do that?
What?
Why do we have to keep circling back to the Pistons and Cavs? Can we just let that die?
I brought up the Hornets.
You brought up the Cavs too, talking about, somebody could beat the Cavs for you. Let's just let that die. Let that die.
I'm just saying there's other teams that can do it.
No, I'm glad you did that, Tom. I'm glad you did.
No, I'm not. I bet you are, because you ain't got no dog in the fight. But what I was about to say was, I don't think this was a panic button move. I mean, he was a game time decision from what I saw before the Hornets game. I think this is just going to happen regardless. And I mean, the more game reps before playoffs, the merrier if he's 100%. So why not do it now? I don't think it was a panic button move at all. And I don't know why they beat the mess out of the Celtics and then they're like, oh, well, those Hornets the Pistons might be scared. No, we're not. When they was on a 9-game win streak, who ended that? We did.
You might say I was scared of Hornets.
Yeah, I seen that on Twitter. Not y'all.
Hold on. I seen the 7-game who will win, but somebody actually said that y'all scared of the Hornets.
Somebody said when that happened, I know one team that don't want to play the Hornets, and it was us. Who's scared of the Hornets? Nobody scared of the Hornets. It's cool. What they doing is cool. Bravo to them. But let's not forget where they are in the standings, 1. And 2, who ended that streak and got them so mad they wanted to fight. It was us. So I ain't nobody scared of the Hornets. But for the Celtics point, because I got off topic, because that kind of triggered me. It triggered me last night. But to the Celtics point, I don't think this is a panic button move by the Celtics at all. I think Tatum's ready. And the more games, like I said, the merrier.
Okay, well, Joe, you have anything else you want to add to that? Because the way Carl just went off, we could segue right into that next topic.
Let's get it.
I mean, that was like perfect timing. It was a perfect alley-oop because, I mean, it seems like you poking the Hornets nest, Carl. You like, who's scared of the Hornets?
For sure.
Look, my man.
Hey, he can start this one off too. Go ahead.
Hey, we definitely about to. No, not DJ Moore traded to the Bills. Yeah, hold on now. I know FJA up here. Slow down. But the Hornets beat I'm not even say beat. I mean, they like manhandled the Celtics 118-89 to get their 6th straight win to move above 500. So some people can say that the Hornets are finally playing winning basketball because, I mean, that's what they don't do. But outside of that, Carl, do you think, oh man, my man over here, he tweeting. Do you think that the Hornets are a serious threat in the East?
Threat for what? Not the championship, but to beat a team in the first round? If they play in the Pistons, no. No, like I said, man, what the Hornets are doing, bravo. It's cool. It's cute. It's better what they've been doing in the past. Now, have they made the play in before? Yes. They got spanked by the Pacers, what I remember. But no, they're not a threat. They might get a couple games off a series, maybe a game or two, but I don't think they're a threat to us, the Celtics, or the Knicks, or the Cavs if they have to play one of those 4 in the first round. No. They're a good team. They're playing well as of late, but no, they're not a threat.
Are they a threat to? I would say they're a sleeper because to some people, but then again, you could say, well, then it's not a threat to some teams. Because now, when I think of threats, I think of what. I mean, I hate to bring this back up, Carl, but I have to because this is the only example I got in my head right now is y'all in the Knicks or y'all in Cleveland. Like some of the locker rooms are probably thinking like, well, if we got to play the Pistons in the first round, and I'm talking about the Knicks, they like, man, I don't know. That might be a serious series right there. So yeah, they a threat to us. Or like how you say Cleveland is a threat to you all, or you all are. I'm gonna say Cleveland is a threat to you all.
Yeah,
how you said it.
Yeah. Threat to us.
Yeah. But James Harden in the playoffs kind of show up like some quarterbacks, but I ain't gonna say the name because they already know where I'm going with that. Outside of that, I think the Hornets can sneak up on a team, maybe in the play-in. But again, them being 20-9 since like January, that gives them a little momentum. But also, they don't have the playoff experience, so all of this is new to them. So they're kind of playing with house money. And we've seen teams when they play with house money, they can get up there with maybe a 76ers, and then they can probably beat them. But then they go into the next round. You never know who they face. They might face a Raptors team or something like that. I'm not looking at the standings. I'm just throwing teams out there. They beat them. And then now some people say, ooh, there they go. They might really be that serious threat because of what they did from January, February that rolled over into March. But if you ask me, I'm going to still say no. They got to prove it. And they really have to prove it. You can't just go on a heater for 4 months and then think I'm going to say, okay, they're a serious threat. Sometimes you can just catch teams at the wrong time. And they caught the Celtics down bad, and they did what they were supposed to do. They beat up on them. Will they catch another team in the playoffs in a 7-game series where they could lock in on them for that full week stretch? I don't think so. So they're sleepers, but not a threat.
So a threat. They can be a threat with the right matchup. Right now, they will have to. They are in the play-in right now, and they will have to win 2 games just to play Detroit in the first round, which I don't think they are a big threat to the Detroit Pistons. But I do think, depending on how Tatum look, they could be a threat to the Boston Celtics. And I'm not just saying that over last night. Now, when I look at the Charlotte Hornets against the East this year, they are 1-3 against the Cavs, 0-2 against the Pistons, and Pistons spanked on 1 game. And they are 1-0 against the Boston Celtics, which is last night. Now, when they start a lineup, they started off with LaMelo Ball, Brandon Miller, Miles Bridges, Khan, and Diabate. With that starting lineup, they are 28-3 this season, which is really good with 134.9 offensive rating. So offensively, they lights out. And I think like the top 3 shooters in the NBA as far as 3-point made, like top 5, in the top 5, I think is LaMelo, Brandon Miller, and Khan. All 3 of them like in the top 5 and 3-point field goals made. So they can score with the best of them, and they are young. They run. They can get defensive style. They can in moments and stretches they can be good defensively. And they just won a 10th game on the road. They on the 10-game win streak on the road. They 16-3 in their last 19 games. So they looking good right now. But a threat, I wouldn't say that. Now me and Javon came in here. Tom was here too, and we talked about the Hornets, and I'm like, after the All-Star break, the game changes. And they look at after the All-Star break, they only lost 2 games. But those 2 games were out of the break. They lost to the Cleveland Cavaliers and they lost to the Houston Rockets. and then they proceed to beat the Wizards, the Bulls, the Pacers, the Blazers, the Mavericks, and then the Celtics last night. So, like, it's hard for me to judge. I got to see them beat some of these good teams. You know, that's what it all comes down to. So, until I see that, they are not going to be a threat. Now, I hope they do get in the playoffs so they can get these playoff punches, you know what I mean? Grow for next year. And they need to be healthy next year too. Only playing 31 games with that starting up is crazy. So I would say that.
Yeah, like I said, it's cute, it's cool, it's good because what we've seen normally from the Hornets is all bad. No matter who they play, game might not be, entertaining, might not be close, or it might be like a battle of the bottom where it's a good game because they both at the bottom. So to see them play well, it's like it's like a breath of fresh air, but I don't think they're a threat.
Like they got asthma.
Nah, I wouldn't say that. It's just, it's good to see because a lot of people like LaMelo. A lot of people like Brandon Miller. A lot of people like their nucleus, and to see it actually play well, it's good to see.
Oh, yeah. It's funny with this Detroit thing. I keep forgetting y'all had that big old brawl. I keep forgetting about that. Y'all had that
they was mad because we was up. That streak was about to end.
I hope y'all meet in the first round. That'd be cool.
I'm with it.
That'd be cool. They got some scores over there though, so
that's cool. I've seen Brandon Miller before. Now he torched my team, but I seen it.
That actually would be a good.
Don't laugh if he torched yours too.
Who?
I was referring to college.
Yeah, he's from Alabama.
I know exactly what you were talking about, but they beat the Wizards too, so I was trying to make sure are we being current or are we still talking college? All right.
They did beat the Wizards. Yeah, recently too.
That's cool. Let them have their fun. Our time's coming. Trae Young scored the first 2 points too. I seen that. But as we move on, as we move on to some football topics, it's funny that we talked about the Bills, we talked about AJ Brown, we talked about Diggs, and just them having a wide receiver, and we brought up Keon Coleman. But it's funny that now Josh Allen gets more help. DJ Moore it was announced that DJ Moore was traded to the Bills, which is, I'm trying to figure out what the Bears are doing on the back end, but we'll talk about it once.
They got a second, and they traded DJ Moore in the 5th.
Yeah, I'm talking about as far as the Bears, what they doing, their wide receiver core, but we'll talk about that.
Oh, okay, I got you.
After this. So some people are saying, go ahead, Joe.
No, go ahead.
Some people are saying that Josh Allen finally has got some wide receiver 1 type help. So Joe, what does this DJ Moore trade do for the Buffalo Bills?
Now, I think people are overhyping the move, because DJ Moore, it all depends because we saw DJ Moore in a winning situation last year with the Bears. They were winning games, and he was still showing signs of not wanting it, not playing 100% all the time. So that was my issue with DJ Moore. And it goes back to the playoff game with the interception that Caleb threw to him. He ran that route in the overtime. How you do that in the playoffs? So he worries me with that. Now, I will say the head coach who came out and said, like y'all said, that he needs weapons. He is a weapon. He is their best wide receiver. He's better than Keon Coleman. He is a vet, by the way. And he tasted the playoffs for the first time in his life last year. So coming to the Bills, his expectations must be high. And I'm pretty sure he will, I won't say elevate his game, but be on his better, when I say best behavior, he'll be on his better behavior because quarterback is no longer Caleb Williams. His quarterback is no longer, who was it? Baker Mayfield when he was with the Panthers, right? Who else? Sam Darnold. It's not that. It's Josh Allen. So, yeah, I know Panthers was crazy. Now your quarterback is Josh Allen. As a receiver, he can have an argument that his receive. Oh yeah, Justin Fields too. He could have an argument and probably psych himself like, yo, I'm a better receiver than my quarterback is as a quarterback his whole life. He can't do that no more. Now he's with a superstar quarterback in Josh Allen. So now I feel like he would be on his better behavior. So I think it helps the Buffalo Bills. I think it does. I think it really does. Do I think that that's the missing piece? No, I don't think that's the missing piece because they had enough last year to win the Super Bowl, in my opinion. They had enough last year. Their defense played pretty okay. Their defense forced turnovers in that playoff game. It is Josh Allen turned the ball over. But I think Joe Brady, I think he would do a great thing with DJ Moore. I think he has a really good offensive coordinator. Pairing him up with James Cook in the backfield would be good. So I like the move, but I think they need to make another one. Maybe get one. I'm not sure how their draft situation is. Maybe get one in the draft. Carl, I think I heard you say that my boy AJ came on and said that you said it's a deep wide receiver class.
It is super.
You know what I mean? So, maybe get another receiver. You know what I mean? But I think it's pretty good.
How many receivers does he need?
I'm not saying he don't need them, but like more than
I'm just asking. Because
you got a good quarterback. Why not load up in the receivers?
Keon is still there. Why not say DJ Moore could probably help Keon be that number 2?
Maybe.
I'm just saying.
I don't like. What do you mean? Maybe.
You see what I'm saying? But also, Joe, I want to throw out there too. When you brought up the Carolina Panthers, I thought about it. Joe Brady was the offensive coordinator when DJ Moore was there too. So,
okay.
That's the little insider. Some insider trading that was going on just now. But for me, I like the move for the Bills. Again, I don't like the narrative behind it. Is they're saying, here we go again. Here we go. We got Josh Allen, a number 1 type receiver, when it's just like, well, I thought the point of drafting a wide receiver in the first round was that he was going to potentially be your first round wide receiver. See, Joe. And then another thing that you said, Joe, was like him being on his best behavior. But yeah, here's another Terp going to Buffalo to play with Josh Allen that a lot of people are saying maybe he's going to be on his best behavior when he gets up there because he's playing with better quarterbacks. It sounds like the Stephon Diggs thing all over again, where it's just like he's coming from a situation where the Vikings have made the playoffs. He made the spectacular catch in the playoffs, and then boom, he ends up in Buffalo. Could he go on that Super Bowl run? For DJ Moore, it's the opposite. He was in the playoffs, but he had the game in the interception that was supposed to be for him. But now he's going over there with Josh Allen and now with Joe Brady again to team up and see if they could potentially make that Super Bowl run. I think I understand it because of what happened in Chicago. Like you said, there was moments where he was still not just like being a part of the offense, like he just wasn't feeling it. A lot of people saying it was speculation that him and Caleb didn't really get along. He probably just didn't like the way the offense was being called, or maybe Caleb wasn't getting him the ball. I don't know. But that was some of the speculation there. And now Josh Allen has a chance to get him the football. So this is one of those things where it's a win-win for DJ Moore, where it could be like, okay, I could show y'all I am one of those top 15 wide receivers in the league. And also for Josh Allen, it's like, now I got some more help where I can show you I can bounce back into that top 5 conversation. And also for Joe Brady, where it says it's my first year as a head coach, maybe we can do some things. But outside of that, be on your best behavior. The Bills ownership don't like that, Joe. You already know where we're going with this one. I'm gonna let Carl go.
Hey man, real quick.
Be on better behavior, not
better
bad.
behavior. Yeah, better behavior. There you go.
I get it. I get the trade. Josh Allen threw the game losing interception to get him out the playoffs, and DJ Moore was the reason why Caleb Williams threw the game losing interception to get the Bears out of the playoffs. I get it. Nah, but seriously though, I mean, obviously this move helps the Bills. It does. It really does. Now, with the Bills receivers, the reason why they lost the game in the playoffs? No. Your quarterback had 4 turnovers, including the game losing one. But I would be lying if I said the Bills had a crazy top tier receiver core. That would be a lie. So this does help them. Now, this I think also helps Keon Coleman, because this is where I feel about the Bills. They don't use Keon correctly. Keon's not a guy where you wait for him to get open. He's a guy when he's guarded, he's still open because he makes contested catches. I've seen it a ton. So if he is in a one-on-one situation, you can throw a guy like Keon Coleman the ball, and he will come down with it. So, but I think DJ Moore opens things up because DJ Moore is a number 1 receiver. DJ Moore was playing with guys like Kyle Allen in Carolina. That's why I was making faces earlier. I was looking at the quarterbacks he played with. He played with Kyle Allen. He played with Cam Newton at the end of his career. He played with Teddy Bridgewater, who's a backup. Like, I like Bridge, but Bridge is a backup. He played with Darnold when he was let go from the Jets, Baker, and PJ Walker at a point in time. So I think that this does help the Bills in Josh Allen. Don't get me misconstrued, and it helps Keon because DJ Moore can work the intermediate, short routes. He's a route runner. He can get open. Keon, you could kind of use him as a vertical threat, a go ball possession guy, and then you have Khalil Shakur, who's also a short yardage guy who you could get the ball in open space and he makes yards after the catch. Then you got a tight end and
Kincaid.
Yeah, Dalton Kincaid. I don't know why I was blanking on it. I almost said Dawson Knox. Dalton Kincaid, who's also a guy who's a red zone threat. He can work the short. He can, catch over the middle, things like that. So it does help this offense. And with Joe Brady, like Thomas said, who has familiarity, it's a good trade. I do think that it helps them. But I don't like the narrative that people are saying that he's finally having a number one. This is what Tomo said. The narrative is that he finally got a number one receiver when you got Stephon Diggs and he led the league in receiving. That's crazy to say. But overall, I think it's a good trade. It's what the Bills need. And I need the Ravens to take notes. When you need something, go get it.
Mm-hmm. Sound like when you need something, go get a Terp. But go ahead.
No. That's not what I said.
I know you mentioned like the short intermediate routes and that stuff. DJ Moore also good. Like you can like he's really good with the ball in his hands too. I know the Bears try to do that a lot also, and also Shakir. I know you brought up Shakir also. So I think Joe Brady would go to work with DJ Moore, and like Tomo mentioned it, this is good for DJ Moore. He can come out and have probably his best year of his career playing with Josh Allen. Because one thing about Josh Allen, when he had Stephon Diggs, he threw Stephon Diggs the ball. Now back to Stephon Diggs. I mean, he did catch a catch in the Vikings, but can he catch one with the Bills? Could he catch one with the Bills? Do you remember any highlight catches in the playoffs against the Bills? How about last year with the Patriots? How about that? How about that? I'm just saying. I mean, he got released for a reason. No shots.
He got released because he's 32 and he got off the field issues.
Hey, and they not trying to pay it. That's a cap casualty right there. They made it to the Super Bowl.
But that wasn't because of the offense.
It wasn't because of him.
It wasn't because of the offense, period.
But still, you want to keep that continuity.
It's because of the offenses they were facing. That's why they made the Super Bowl.
You still might want to keep that continuity. You don't know
his problems off the field, which he won in court, by the way.
It's over.
Huh?
It's over.
I
thought the case. He won. I know he wasn't guilty. They say he was guilty.
He pleaded not guilty.
The whole chef situation.
Oh, it's still okay.
So it's over.
I just saw a video saying that he wasn't guilty.
He was pleading not guilty. I know.
I'm about to say if you plead not guilty and if he's called not guilty, that's two different things.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I'm no lawyer. You know what I mean? I didn't go to law school and that stuff. So I'm just telling you the video I saw. All right, but Stephon Diggs, bro. Like, anything that happened with him in Buffalo ain't on Josh Allen.
Who said that?
You know, say it was all on Josh Allen.
I'm just saying. I just want to throw it out there for the people who missed.
I just said I said for the narrative that he finally got a number one receiver. That's crazy.
Because Tomo brought up Stephon Diggs, you know what I mean? I'm like, just in case Tomo said what I think he said, or people misunderstood Tomo like I did, I had to clear the air for a second.
Nah, I forgot what I even said because it was a lot said. But also outside of that, going back to, I think because I'm trying to defend what I was saying in the beginning, we never said it was Josh Allen. We said ownership, the way they came out and blamed how they blame everybody but Josh Allen.
Literally kept saying we not.
No, when he blamed Keon Coleman, that's on him. But I ain't hear nobody blame Stephon. Did anybody blame Stephon Diggs?
They got him out of there. And what more blame do you need? See,
why not? What changed?
You right. And guess what? Nothing changed. And guess who's still there? And guess who's still there? And getting you the same results.
That 1 year was just an outlier. The turnovers ain't changed with or without Stephon Diggs. You right.
And to the Bears, you said they attached a fifth to the trade and got a second back. They dang.
It's a good trade.
You know, they attached a fifth to it though. Dang. DJ Moore value was that low? They weren't having you right, Tomo. Him and Caleb wasn't really.
I was about to say, I think that was more so of a thing of like we kind of see where this is going, and it ain't.
Yeah, let's get out of it now.
Yeah.
And I'm not in the locker room, but from the outside looking in, it looked like Caleb wasn't a problem. It was DJ Moore. It was DJ Moore not having patience with Caleb.
I think that's what
it was. Caleb, he's slowly growing, and like we said all season, he could throw a 60-yard down, but throw a wild 10-yard pass. So
wild screen pass.
DJ. he would throw a wild 60-yard pass and a wild 10-yard pass. So like, and DJ Moore, like, you know how many times he shrugged his shoulders on the, like, his body language was bad. But I mean, they still got Romaduze. They still got Luther Burden.
I was just about to say.
Two tight ends are Loveland and Komet, and they all under contract. So like,
I think all that went into it though. Like,
that's what I was about to say.
I think all that because
Luther Burden is a faster version of DJ Moore. But I heard, and this is what my boy told me. Shout out my boy Luke. I heard that Luther Burden's having trouble learning the playbook.
Oh,
that's what I heard. I don't know if that's true or not.
I mean,
well, Ben Johnson,
I can see it.
They say he's complicated. That's what
with Ben, I can see that. But also, DJ Moore shrugging his shoulders with Caleb. Bro, you played 2 seasons with Justin Fields. Like, it's almost
that was his best friend. He was mad. Remember, he was mad. Justin Fields left, and they got Caleb.
Also, I think about it just
giving that boy the ball
because he was getting the ball to him. But you got to think now when Caleb gets here, he got 2 more receivers and a tight end that he can get the ball to. So it's not all about you, DJ.
And they got a second-round pick. They can draft the receiver. This class is deep.
Not facts.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say receiver because I want him, but
I don't know. They might be trying to package some things together and get a linebacker. You see, they got Evans on the trade block.
Yeah, but you can also draft one of them too.
And I just saw another person on the trade block. Your boy, they got into it with Jeff Teague.
Oh, Zaire.
Yeah.
Hey, make the call, Dallas. Make the call.
I don't know what Tavo was talking about Zaire.
He a solid linebacker. I don't know what he's talking about.
Hey, Tomo, y'all favorite to get Max Crosby now.
I thought I saw that they was out.
So before we move on to the Trent, because we talking trades.
Yeah, go ahead.
The Cowboys submitted an offer last night, but then another team came in and was like, well, we'll give the Raiders 2 first-rounders. And Dallas was like, we ain't giving y'all 2 first-rounders.
See? But that's what the Raiders want. Allegedly.
So right now,
we ultimately don't.
What happens? They mentioned who the other team was?
They never mentioned it. Excuse me? You said it might have been y'all?
We ain't doing that, bro.
I just find it funny. And like I said, we talking trades, so we're gonna keep this ball rolling. Mm-hmm. But I just find it funny that Kev was saying Max Crosby would be a bad trade piece for the Cowboys. But yet when the Eagles was brought up, he was like, I'm like, bro, it's the same defense. So how is bad for the Cowboys, but it might be all right for y'all.
Tom, you about to make me do something I don't want to do. To defend Kev, he did ultimately say it would be bad for Philly too, but Philly people want him because of the name, but it doesn't fit the defense. He did say that.
Name.
All right, I'm glad you followed up.
It didn't fit the defense. Why not?
Because he said they run a 3-4. Yeah, and which is true, by the way. They do drop edges in 3-4. So
yeah.
Max Crosby sometimes might drop.
How many times do we see Sweat drop back in coverage though? How many times do we see
Sweat wasn't there last year?
No, I'm just saying, but Sweat was there when they switched to the 3-4. How many times do we see Phillips drop back in that whole defense? That's why I'm like, I see what Kev was saying, but I think if you have a player of that caliber, if you want the other line, you just have another linebacker drop back, and you like, no, you're going to rush.
Yeah, that's true.
But let's move on. We snuck in a whole Cowboys topic right quick. Shout out to Joe. But let's talk about a team that is essentially what some people would say the Cowboys of the Midwest. I'm joking. Don't kill me. I said I'm joking. Sheesh.
Yeah, I was lost too.
But it is a rivalry.
I'm glad you.
What?
I'm glad you said you was joking.
Yeah. But there is a rivalry when it comes to who has the better barbecue. Is it Kansas City or is it Dallas? But you got to be from.
Are you talking about the Chiefs?
Yes. That's what we were talking about.
I'm talking about the other team.
Who the other team in the Midwest?
The Rams.
Rams ain't no Midwest.
You're right. I didn't even catch Midwest.
They was there, but they left.
I mean,
they were.
Midwest?
LA is not the Midwest, my brother.
Well, I'm thinking about St. Louis.
Hey, Joe, I know the comment said, are we teachers? That just answered it right there. We are not. We are not. But the only reason I said this about the Chiefs is because I was thinking about this when I was when the trade went down. Of course, the Rams get Trent McDuffie, and then the Chiefs traded. They get the Rams 2026 first round pick, which is at number 29. They get the 2026 fifth round pick, 2026 sixth round pick, 2027 third round pick.
Woo!
Now this is like correct me if I'm wrong, they released Tyreek Hill, right?
No.
They traded him.
They traded him.
Okay, because my memory.
They got Trent McDuffie.
Yeah, they traded him.
They traded him. They got Chris Jones back, but they also are trading Trent. This is another team. This is what only reason I brought up the Cowboys thing.
They also traded away L'Jarius Sneed.
There we go.
Yeah,
L'Jarius
and
Sneed. There we go.
Sneed,
Another
too.
player that was on the contract where they were just like, you know what, we gotta.
Another player they got off the Tyreek Hill trade too, right?
I don't know if that was in part due to a draft pick or not. Like from
Okay.
the trade, I don't know.
It might have.
I'll Google it while y'all talk.
All right, but the reason why I say that is, see, Dallas, this is how you move on from a player that you're not trying to re-sign without any of the hype. You know, they just say, you know what, we're gonna find a trade, a key player on their defense as well. It's not like they just traded any old body. Trent McDuffie is known for being one of those lockdown corners. Shout out to him for holding the Eagles from winning 2 Super Bowls. But outside of that, what?
I mean, he helped them win the second one.
I said 2.
Okay, because
that's all I'm saying. That's how I said 2. They could have had 2.
My screen. I'm like, bro, you getting cooked 1-on-1.
Hey man, he got cooked at Thanksgiving too. But outside of that, that's probably why they traded him. They said if Dallas could beat us, we gotta get you out of here. But the NFL season is about to kick off. What better way to kick it off than by having these trades? We already talked about DJ Moore, but now we talk about Trent McDuffie, who's going to the Rams. And I seen something on Twitter. I meant to write it down, but they're saying how Trent McDuffie and what's my man from the he was on the Ravens. I'll think of his name later. But Joe, when you heard this, give me your reaction to this trade.
We got Griffey down there.
Oh, why?
To the Rams.
Please don't play all out.
You stand on for this one, Carl?
Yeah, I can.
All right.
You bringing him up? Yep.
Let's get it.
Yo.
What's going on?
There we go. There we go. All right.
All right. Well, we got a Rams.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
So we got my man Griffey here from Zero Sports Talk, and we're gonna get right into it.
Yes,
Your
sir.
Rams.
Oh, hold on. Before I get into it, the Tyreek Hill trade landed Trent McDuffie, offensive lineman who I don't even think he's there anymore, and Darian Kennard, and then Scott Moore. That's what the draft is.
Scott Moore.
Okay. Didn't he end up on the Commanders?
No,
Scott Moore?
He's on the 49ers.
I knew he was on one of them teams that always get hurt.
Team.
You know, same close in colors, but
Anything else?
Ooh, Dave gonna holler at you for that one.
I mean, he came from the 49ers.
True. All right, we got a Rams fan here whose team was advancing more in the playoffs than the 49ers this year. So, Griffey, you get a lockdown corner. You came on last year. It's funny enough that your first episode, you was talking about your secondary and how they were getting torched. There you go. Now you got somebody back there to help out.
And no one saw it. And no one saw it.
So how you feeling about this trade?
No one knew about it.
In plain sight.
Well,
man.
I mean, it's a good start. The offseason just started, so it's a good start. I don't understand why. First of all, this has just been bothering me. Why the free agency is after the draft? I don't understand that. Because we could have probably signed somebody else for the secondary and then focused on the draft. But now I got to think about the draft, and I don't know which way the Rams are going to go because they did this trade. I was going with McCoy at 13 from Tennessee. Now it could be Mekhi Lemon. It could be Kenyon Steek since Sean McVay loves tight ends. I'm in the dark when it comes to that, but this trade reminds me a lot of Jalen Ramsey when he got traded, just because it was the start of something when he got traded to the Rams. So no, it was like they were actually trying to go all the way. And I'm not saying they weren't before trying to go all the way, but they kind of gave up on secondary and linebacker. They did a good job drafting in the D line, but all other positions on defense, they didn't really care about. They kept drafting running backs, kept drafting wide receivers. Even after they got Puka, they drafted Mumfield. Doesn't look like that's working out. They drafted Tutu Atwell. They didn't even use them in the most important game of the season. So I'm just glad they're getting back to you know what? We need a complete team. We can't just focus all on offense and think that's going to win us games, because when I tell you they were getting torched last season, they were getting torched. I had zero faith in any third and longs. And again, watching the Rams with Jalen Ramsey, and even before that with Marcus Peters and all them, I was I usually have confidence in our secondary. And last year I was going into games. I was watching games with Joe, and I was like, man, it don't look good. It could be like 3rd and 8, 3rd and 12. I'd be like, oh, it don't look good. So it's a good start. I just want to see what else they do to complement this, or if this is it. If this is it, I'm happy, but not as happy. But if they like double up on corner in the draft, like maybe they still do get McCoy or like Colin Hood or something like that, then I'll be like, yo, we're ready for that Super Bowl.
Marcus Peters was the name. That was it. It was on Twitter. They were saying,
oh yeah, that was the Kenny Young trade. We traded Kenny Young, and I think a 4th rounder for Marcus Peters.
And they were saying how they how him and Trent both went to Washington. They both got drafted by Kansas City, and they both ended up traded for the Rams. Like, it was crazy, the parallel universe. That's what it was. But
they did. I mess with Marcus Peters too. Shout out Marcus Peters.
Take it away, Carl.
Yeah, he was a ball hog.
Yeah. So I love the trade. First of all, I want to start off by saying that. Now, I get what you said. Well, actually, I'm the reverse. I like that free agency is first because you get your free agents, you lose your whoever you're not re-signing, you have like the bulk of your team before the draft, and then you focus on the draft. And I see better once free agency happens where the team is going to go in the draft. So I like it that way. But man, I love this pick, man. The Rams don't use 1st-round picks anyway, and they still have one at 13. They kept the best of the two. They lost the 29th pick, but they got the 13th pick, and they got a lot of ways they can go with that. I was telling my boy who's a Rams fan, they can go Mansour Delaney if he's available. You can go, like you said, Jamal McCoy if he's available from Tennessee, even though he didn't play last year. He was ACL, had an ACL and all that, but he's still highly touted. Now, will he drop like Will Johnson did last year out of Michigan? Maybe. But Will Johnson got his end season. Colton Hood's a good selection at corner. I kind of don't get the Kenyon Sadiq thing because you just got Terrence Ferguson, who was his teammate at Oregon last season. You have Tyler Higbee. You gotta your tight end position is not really the issue. I get Kenyon Sadiq as fast as all get out. He's a receiving tight end who don't block for nothing, but I kind of don't get that. I would probably focus more so on the defense of the 13th pick because you really need it. But yeah, I love it. And for some reason, people are saying that the Chiefs finessed the Rams. I don't get that. Again, they kept the better of the 2 1st-round picks. You give up a 5th and a 6th, which I know a lot of guys are like Richard Sherman was a 5th, Brady was a 6th. Cam Kenton's on the Rams, who I actually like from Miami, I think was like a 5th. Teddy said Brady was a 7th. I thought he was a 6th. Either way, he was still a late pick. But people who say that the backbone of rosters are made of later draft picks, that is true. But the Rams don't care about picks anyway. So, and then the 3rd was next year. So if he pans out, who cares? So I really like this actually for both sides. It, like he said, bolsters the need at DB, which they desperately needed. So I love it for the Rams. I think it was a great trade. And Trent McDuffie, you can move him. You can play him in the nickel. You can play him outside. So,
yeah, and the best part, like I said, I brought up that Jalen Ramsey thing. The best thing about McDuffie is he's not afraid to tackle. And our corners, as bad as they were in coverage, they were worse at tackling in open space. And it was just embarrassing to watch them get their ankles broken by 3rd-string running backs. So thank God we got McDuffie because I really liked, out of all his game, is his tackling ability. So
I got Forbes too, right?
Yeah.
Take it away, Joe. That's your moment, Joe. Yeah.
4th list.
I thought so. Brady, I pick. You have Emmanuel Forbes.
Yeah, I mean, I like the trade. Not much. Y'all said it all. I like the trade. That was a big need. I mean, Griffey brought it to our attention all last year, all postseason. I mean, we just talked about DJ Moore, right? I mean, remember that the Chicago Bears play at the end of the game? Just tell you about the secondary right there. So they already got the offense loaded. Matt Stafford's off of an MVP season. Devontae Adams. That's what happened. Devontae Adams started crying in the press conference, and they was like, you know what, bro, we got you, bro. We're gonna make some moves this year. We're gonna make sure we get there next year. So I like the move. Now I told y'all Trent McDuffie and man coverage against the Eagles for some reason he began cooked, bro. He got cooked. I think that was Trent McDuffie when they played in the regular season. And that when Jalen Hurts threw that bomb to Devontae Smith, I think that was Trent McDuffie. Now I'm mistaken. What's it called? Do you know what I'm talking about?
I don't even remember the play you're talking about, to be honest with you.
The bomb when Jalen Hurts threw the bomb at the end of the game, and he got tackled on the 1-yard line. In the series after that, MVS dropped the wide open catch over Mahomes at the end of the game.
I'll look it up
I
on my
think it was
phone.
Trent McDuffie. I know in the Super Bowl when they were stacking the box, Trent McDuffie was getting cooked in the Super Bowl. I think that was him when Devontae Smith caught the touchdown. Was that Trent McDuffie?
Might have been.
Come on, yeah, I thought somebody remember that. But anyways, but Trent McDuffie.
We don't remember so many the good for the Eagles. You give us some bad, then it pop right up.
But don't give it. He's a physical corner, also very physical corner, and he's a massive upgrade for what the Rams already got. So I like the pick. I mean, I like it for both sides. I think the Chiefs can turn that into gold. Them picks they got.
My rebuttal.
It was Trent McDuffie.
It was. I knew I wanted Trevor. Which one are you talking about?
The one against the Chiefs on 3rd and 10.
You talking the
Just
Super
the
Bowl
regular season.
or the regular
No, this
season?
is regular season. It was in Kansas City.
Yeah, bro. I remember that. And I think in Super
quarter.
Bowl that was him too.
Nah, that I seen that one. Just looking for this one. It looked like that was Julian Watson.
Oh yeah, man.
So one play, Joe. But my just got two things to say. One, Stephen Jones. This is what happened when you say forget the picks. This is it right here. Because I remember you clown the Rams for saying that, they're gonna have to pay a fee after that, but the fee they paid was a Super Bowl and then making it back to the playoff. You know what I mean? And then look what they did with these picks again. For a team that also has 2 first-round picks, I wouldn't be mad if this was something that would a Max Crosby on the flip side. You give up your later first-round pick and you give up some other draft picks, and then you like boom. Now you got your pass rusher, and like Carl was saying, now you go into free agency, and then you go into the draft and be like, all right, we can get some plug and play pieces there. But outside of that, I like the move for both teams. Again, I know you all seen the tweet that came out from Mahomes when he was just like, I can't say it on here, but he was upset. He's like, here we go again. We got to find a way. But hey, Mahomes, cap space, it happens. There's gonna be cap casualties on each team, but because of your greatness, when you come back from the ACL, we'll see what happens. But outside of that, Trent, go out to LA, keep them 49ers at bay until we play them. We appreciate that. I know you're about to say something, Griff.
Kansas City to LA.
I mean, I was about to say this. If you Mahomes, I mean, granted, you lose your top corner, you might want to suck next season if you're not going to come back, because one of the best receiver prospects in a while is coming out next year, and you ain't going to get him with a low pick. Jeremiah Smith and the Chiefs would go crazy, so you might want to be trash next year and get Jeremiah Smith.
This ain't the NBA. You guaranteed to get that pick.
Yeah, you guaranteed to get that pick. But the second thing I want to say is for the Chiefs, because I didn't really talk about the Chiefs side of things. For the Chiefs, you get the 29th pick. You have your pick, which is what? The 9th pick. You could get a cornerback to replace Trent McDuffie there, and you can also fill other holes with that pick. So yeah, it sucked to not pay a corner for like the second, third time, whatever the case may be, but you can get another one and you can get something else.
Yeah, I was gonna say I agreed with like Carl about the Kenyon Sadiq thing. I think that's more like a running joke about McVay loving tight ends. But what Joe said about like Devontae Adams and the podium and all this is why I think they made the trade to get McDuffie, because I think they do want to use that 13th pick for Devontae Adams replacement in Mekhi Lemon. That's like my number one, assuming they're gonna do. Like I'm weird. I'd rather have another corner because that secondary was just so bad. But I mean, if they can get like Jamil Dean or something like that, maybe you'd probably be expensive. But no, I really think they also, like, the Rams think of the present, but they also think of the future. In some way, somehow, they're going to try to find a Devontae Adams replacement. Just like when Cooper Kupp left, Devontae Adams was basically his replacement. And they keep doing things like that. So I hope it's a corner, but yeah, I'm definitely thinking Mekhi Lemon at 13 for them.
I ain't mad at that. Played at USC right down the road, I guess. I don't know where SoFi is located. I know it's in LA, but I ain't mad at that.
It's a little farther down. Yeah, it's not even close to the campus of USC.
Oh, yeah. But I ain't mad at that Mekhi Lemon, Matt Stafford, Puka. He will play with Devontae.
Mm-hmm.
So we gotta close this one out. I'll let you get your last word. Go ahead.
Who?
No.
Griffey was saying something.
It just makes sense. That's all I was saying. That's all I had to say.
All right, cool. Because we got to move on to one of the hottest topics in sports right now. I mean, of course, NFL free agency is taking over the tickers, but the WBC is here. And is Carl sticking around, or are we going to have our BWT? Carl, you here with us?
You got to get your last words in. It's probably 2 minutes.
Yeah, I was about to say, I thought I was gone after this.
Yeah. Well, hey, Carl, you ain't got to go home, but you heard what Byron Scott said.
I got to go watch senior night, baby. Michigan State Rutgers about to tip off anyway. But before I leave, I found out something interesting. It's funny to me that Richard Sherman's, I don't even remember Sherman on the Bucks, but Sherman had a year on the Bucks in 2021. And he only had one interception that year. You want to take a wild guess who that was against? Josh Allen.
Oh,
so I just thought that was hilarious, finding out that Josh Allen threw Richard Sherman his last interception of his career. Other than that,
FJA wins again.
Other than that, Michigan State, let's get the dub against Rutgers. We better win against Rutgers, and it better not be close. Let's close out senior night with a bang. Then let's get ready to go take on them bums in Ann Arbor. That is Michigan, who dominated the Big Ten. So it is what it is there. But we play the Spurs. About to tip off in about 10 minutes.
Woo!
Please. Just if I'm not, I want us to win. Obviously, I'm not tripping if we lose, but I want us to win. But if we do lose, let's just go out fighting. I ain't trying to get blown out like a certain team did to the Hornets yesterday. No shot at Teddy. It's a shot at JB. But let's get this done. And last but not least, y'all enjoy the rest of y'all show. And appreciate y'all for having me on. And CTC is back Saturday.
Let's get it. Game day.
All right.
I appreciate you, Carl.
Appreciate you, Carl. All right, in this segment here, let's just bring Teddy up before I get into it. Let's just bring BWT Teddy up. Where you? Okay. Hold on. I got you. Hold on.
What's up, Teddy?
What up, fellas?
What's going on?
Chilling.
Cool. Okay. Tom, like that.
All right, so we got to get straight to the brass tacks of things. You know, this segment here is brought to you not by one, but two shows that are on the Refuse to Lose network. This is brought to you by Zero Sports Talk, who dropped an episode of doing the WBC preview. Make sure y'all go check that out. Link in the bio. And also by BWT, Baseball with Teddy. Show link in the bio, who also did a preview for this as well. And then you get to hear two perspectives on what these guys think about this pool party. And that's the reason why it's labeled pool party, because there was a lot said in both episodes. You know, some winners, some surprise picks. I'm not going to tell you too much because I want you to click the link. It's kind of like doing a book report. I need you all to tell me what you got from the episode because I know what I heard. But pool A, B, C, D is set. Some of the games have already started. I'm going to take a back seat because I want to hear what these two guys got to say. So I'm going to start with Teddy. You're new up here. Welcome to the party. I heard your pick, so I'm not going to say too much, but tell me what you think about these group phases and who you got. Well, you don't even got to tell us who's winning because we want the people to click the link and check your show out. So take it away.
Nice.
Yeah, I think this is one of the greatest showings of the best sport in all of America, right? Greatest pastime for a reason. Not only in America, overseas, international. We got 10 teams from the international pool. Got guys playing over in Japan, right? Which is an electric environment. And speaking of electric environments, we got to go to DR because that place was rocking. It meant nothing. They were playing the Tigers. It meant absolutely nothing. And yeah, I heard that shot. That's why I shot right back, boy. But yeah, man, the way that those fans were going crazy over, I mean, it was a great inning. Like it was sort of a broadcast of jinx. The broadcaster was like, Team DR usually brings the power. All they have is singles. And then it was double, home run, line out to the wall, home run. And then it was nonstop. It was ridiculous. That environment was crazy. And just watching this game, I I'm gonna be up at 5 o'clock in the morning to watch Shohei Ohtani freaking play against Korea, I think it is, or one of the teams. I'm kind of losing my mind trying to keep track with all these games that are going on. But yeah, man, I was up this morning. Great baseball, man. Great baseball. Shout out to my boy Moon, baby. He's hitting bombs. Let's
get it.
Griffey?
Fun fact, by the way, Stadio Cascaya, the Dominican Republic Stadium, is literally right down the street from my family's house. Like, we can walk there type distance. That's how close it is. So my uncle calls me like, I fell in earthquake just now. All the people cheering from the stadium type thing. Like, it was so loud. I was like, woke up, you're on. I was like, dang. I was watching that game. Teddy's right. That was insane.
Good save.
Oh, I think your volume. Are you talking?
Might be the connection. Say something? Yeah, it might be the connection starting to lag a little bit.
I think that was probably me. So much how just his volume, he went out. All right, look, I'm gonna kick you out and come back in, Griffey. All right. Well, I can't kick him out. Come out and come back in. Like, come out the stream and come back in the stream. If you can hear us. Today I got a question. While we wait for Griffey, I got a question about the WBC. So, like, when I could, so let me compare it to the Olympics, with the NBA, with basketball. You know how you got like the USA, they're like over dominant. They're like, it's like the talent is not equally spread around the Olympics when it comes to basketball. So in the WBC, would you say like the talent not equally spread, but it's more like watching a regular MLB season, but this time it's international? Like, it's no dominant team.
I wouldn't say there's not a dominant team. Like there's a couple dominant teams in all the pools. You can pick Japan, DR, USA, and Venezuela is dominant as well. So there's some teams that are at the top tier, but there's some teams that aren't top tier, like Czech Republic and Great Britain, Brazil. Like those nations, they're not going to do well in this tournament. Yeah, shout out to Jazz Chisholm, my boy.
Shout out to Skubal. Oh my God.
Yeah. Whatever. 55 pitches. Great. When the limit is 65, bro. The limit's 65. Like, you can't throw 10 more pitches. If he doesn't throw 65 pitches on Saturday,
you not?
I'm gonna be a very furious American, I'll tell you that.
All right, go ahead, Griffey. Shall I say something?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
I don't know if you heard what I said about the stadium.
Yeah, it was rocking. Like earthquake, we heard that part. Yeah.
Okay, all right. But yeah, when it comes to the classic, I think there's like favorites. Obviously, there is, like you guys were talking about, like giants. Obviously, US, Japan, and DR are probably the three biggest, most talked about ones. But you got Venezuela, always a good team. Mexico surprises people. Puerto Rico is a good team. Canada is got this year. I think theirs is like their better team than most years in the past. So there's a lot of games that are going to be fun to watch. Even some of the no-name teams, countries like that, is worth watching because, honestly, I was watching the South Korea game. It looked like a blowout. Obviously, it was. But when I think Aurora hit a 3-run home run, Czechia, they made that a game. And then you started to think, oh, can they actually pull this off? So it's like, it's really interesting to watch, like, the try to make some run when you least So I was really about to tune that game out, and then that home run happened. I was like, nah, I gotta watch this. I gotta watch this. And also Australia up in Chinese Taipei. I forgot how to pronounce it. I'm about to just say Taiwan. But yeah, Australia beating them. I thought Chinese had a better team. Bazana, Cleveland Guardian star, able to pull that one. Even with the juggernauts, I think like a lot of games are going to be fun to watch, even in pool.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, I said something backstage, and then Teddy didn't react. I was like, I must still be on mute because when you was naming teams, you was like juggernauts, and I was like, you didn't say Puerto Rico.
No, he did. He mentioned
them. I was talking about Teddy when you were going through your list of teams too.
Oh, no, they're not a juggernaut. Not this year. If they had Correa, Lindor, Baez, they would definitely be a juggernaut.
Their whole situation is messed up.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, I think I'm gonna let Joe take it away. That's what I was saying, but I was backstage.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I know y'all both did an episode on the WBC, which is good because like Tomo said, you get two different perspectives, but y'all agree on almost everything except for Group A. So that Group A, y'all had got differences of who gonna come out the group and all that stuff. So let's talk about who y'all. We can at least share the people that one. All right, share the people who y'all got winning Group A and why. And then start with you, Teddy.
You just got to read Puerto Rico, baby. Come on. We got home field advantage. Got the best pitching rotation that Puerto Rico has brought to a WBC in its entirety. Like, yeah, we don't have the offense, but you got to score, right? You got to score. And against this pitching, it's not going to be very likely, especially for a team with a 44-year-old starting shortstop.
All right, Griffey.
Oh, the whole Cuba thing. Now, the reason I picked, honestly, I'm be Cuba and Canada. Canada, you got to eventually. They the best to do it in. The only reason I did that was because of the insurance problems with Puerto Rico and the fact that they were threatening playing. I was as good as that team is still. Team does have more depth than most of the WBC. It's like you lose your team captain, you lose players to the. How does that affect you mentally as well? It's like bro, this ain't even our full like strength. Like like, do they have that momentum that they usually carry, that swagger that they usually carry? But it's mostly just because of the gutted roster. And the reason I picked them is because they have great history in this tournament. And it doesn't matter that bunch of NPB stars, not just MLB stars. And everybody wants to look at the MLB like this is the end-all, be-all players. No, there's other professional leagues. The NBA learned that the hard way in the Olympics. There's other professional leagues out there. So the players from the MPV can make – they had I forgot the name. Let me see. I actually have it right here. They have a pitcher who won the Pacific League Cy Young. It's Levan Moreno, who pitched 12-3 with a 1.46 ERA. And it's like, that's outstanding no matter where you play. And then you got a reliever, Ryder Martinez, with a 1.11 ERA. It's like, you don't know the names of these players, but that doesn't mean they can't play. And Cuba proved that in the first World Baseball Classic when they made it all the way to the finals against Japan. It's like people forget that Cuba has runs in them. And like they usually some people. And this is why I picked them. I'm more like a dark horse kind of pick. Like Puerto Rico obviously can still win that group. If anyone besides Puerto Rico I pick, it would be the team that usually shocks everybody and makes it farther than everybody else in that group besides Puerto Rico and Canada besides Puerto Rico. And that the only team that does that is Cuba.
Do y'all both have Canada coming out also that group?
Yeah, I got them coming in second.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I had them coming out.
Oh, I'm gonna ask y'all this question. Which like these upcoming games, I know I told Teddy earlier today. He told me, I think he said Saturday. It's gonna be the full out slate, like a bunch of games. Is that what you said? Or was that Saturday, right?
Yeah, it's gonna start tomorrow with the full live slate, and then it's just gonna continue rolling over for the rest of the tournament.
Okay, so which like
there is a game to
Yeah.
Yes, yeah, I saw that. Yeah. So which game are y'all looking forward to seeing the most this weekend?
This weekend?
Mm-hmm. Like Friday and Saturday.
I would have to say PR versus Columbia tomorrow night. Just because I have a college friend, he's Colombian and he's talking trash. So that'll be fun. And then my college roommate is actually going to the game tomorrow. He's Puerto Rican, so it's gonna be pretty cool. So yeah, I think that game's gonna be interesting to watch. You got Japan versus Korea. USA versus Mexico is also going to be a good one. I think that's Tuesday or Monday. That's Skeens is supposed to start that one because if you know anything about the World Baseball Classic, Mexico owns USA in the World Baseball Classic. So
that's Monday.
So they saved their best starter, best available starter for the biggest matchup. And that one's going to be fun to watch. And you can't forget about DR versus Venezuela. That game is good. Those games are going to be electric. Like two Latin cultures just going at it on the baseball field, and it's going to be crazy. No matter what happens in the game, if your batter draws a walk, the fans are going absolutely insane. Like he just hit a 700-foot bomb walk off. Like it's crazy.
All right, Griffey. I do have another question.
This weekend, I think he said it already. It was Korea and Japan. It's probably best game this weekend. I think they're putting a lot of Goliaths against David early in the tournament. Mm-hmm. So it's like you expect blowouts basically from all the like strong teams at the middle of the pack that aren't that interesting. But also, I'll say Netherlands and Venezuela is a good game to watch. No one really pays attention to Netherlands, which is kind of wild to me because they performed well in the tournament at times. I think they have like a few young players. They got Andrew Jones' son, Drew Jones. You know, they got a history of like advancing past pool play and upsetting. So that's a really good, fun matchup. Both teams have the history of upsetting DR. So that's like my hate game. Because they both like beat us or swept us in the tournament once. So that's a really good game to watch. Other than that, maybe Taipei versus Korea coming up too. And I think all the Japan games are probably the most fun ones besides Pool A. It's just watching every game in Japan. Korea is really good. Taipei upset Japan in the tournament last year. And Japan is banned.
Yeah, Japan. No, facts. Okay.
Hold on, Joe, before you go, since we were talking about the schedule, right?
Okay.
Neither one of you said you don't want to watch. Neither one of you brought up the Skubal game.
No,
I noticed that.
I
noticed that.
It's not going to be good TV. It's not. Great Britain, they're going to throw some 9-to-5 painter against the Avengers lineup, and they're just going to get absolutely dominated. Skubal's going to pitch maybe 3 innings, 55 pitches, and then he's going to get on a plane to Detroit.
No, he's going to hang out
wherever their spring training is.
I don't understand. I understand the point. Like, I really don't. That's like, I'm as mad as he is too, because it's like, why 55 pitches? All right, cool. Bring him on in a championship game as a reliever. I don't know. You'd have to be one of the best relievers in the world coming out of your bullpen, even if you have 55 pitches. But it's like so pointless. It's like, even if he pitches well, since there is a limit, he could probably go 3 innings. If I was Great Britain, I'd just watch it until they get 2 strikes and just let them get the heck out of there.
That's true.
I'm not gonna face them if I don't need to, and if they're not gonna pitch Skeens, that's even better.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. Yeah. I do want to ask you this last question. Y'all kind of answered it on y'all shows. And I know you mentioned Cuba, Griffey, but just give people one team that are real big sleepers that can make a deep run in the WBC.
Make a deep run.
Like a Cinderella.
Now, I don't think Cuba is going to make a deep run. I just think they're going to make it, like, interesting. Cinderella, too, that would be multiple times. It was Chinese Taipei. I mentioned them, like, a lot because I honestly like I actually like that team, and no one talks about that team. Netherlands one, but I'm gonna stick with Taipei because they had that history of, like, there was, I forgot what remind me, but I believe it was like 27 straight international league winning games for Japan, and Chinese Taipei was the one that snapped that streak. Those guys didn't lose an international in, like, years, and then this young team that no one's heard about comes in and, like, beats them. And they came in with more hype. It's sad that they lost that first game because now they ain't that great. But I think they can bounce back. I think they can pull up upsets and stuff like that and make a deep run. And if it's not them, it's Netherlands for me.
Netherlands. Teddy?
Mine, I would probably have to say Italy. Nobody's really talking about them, and their lineup is full of MLB players. Their starting rotation is full of MLB players, and their bullpen is full of MLB players. And their coach is a MLB Hall of Famer. Their assistant coach, another great catcher in Jorge Posada. And if you don't know who the head coach is, it's Mike Piazza, New York Mets legend. Sucks that he had to wear those pinstripes, but it is what it is. Also Dodger legend as well. Mike Piazza. That team is going to be good. Yeah, I think that's one team that not many people are talking about that might shock some people.
For the people at home, you guys should become a member, and we would love both of y'all to stay active in the baseball chat so we can get the rest of the group to dive into the baseball classic. So I know I'm going to be invested, and I'm gonna be going to y'all for some advice. You know what I mean? What is this? Okay, who is that? Who is that? Who is this? Who is that? So I'm gonna be locked in, y'all. I'll be in the chats.
Italy and
This is the best time.
I'll be there.
WBC.
You said what time about?
No, I was saying the 2 teams I'm gonna look out for now.
Yeah,
I'm looking for the sleepers now. Like, I understand because also on Sports Star you brought up Israel too. I thought that was gonna be one of your teams, but I definitely heard you say Chinese Taipei. I'm gonna just say Chinese. If y'all watch it, Taipei. Thank you, because they don't help me on In the Red Corner when I mess names up. There you go, Taiwan. Thank y'all. I just clipped this up, Joe. In the Red Corner, can y'all help me out when I be messing up names? Thank you.
Yeah. Taipei, yeah, it's Taipei.
Imagine trying to announce the player who hit the home run today.
So tell us.
Bo Young Moon.
Teddy be cranking them names when he be naming them though during his show. Yeah. Last words, fellas.
Always a pleasure coming on the show. Talking about baseball. Of course, it's like I always say, greatest game on earth. If you think otherwise, then I think you got a problem. Make sure you tune in. The great atmospheres in all pools. You got Japan. Those guys go crazy. They got like cheerleaders on the dugouts during the game. You don't see that. You don't see that. You don't see that in America, and you're not going to see it in America for a while unless they start to make a change to bring the fans more interactive in the game. And right after this tournament, we got like 10 days till the MLB season. We get to see Aaron Judge hit bombs for 162 games. I don't know about y'all, but I'm ready for it.
I'm a Nets fan.
That's fine.
Just hope he hits bombs in the Classic.
Hey, he's going to. He's going to. He's going. Don't. Hey. Who you going? Who you got winning? Who you got winning? Hold up, real quick. Who you got winning? Because who you got?
My country, DR.
Knew it. Can't wait. See you in the finals.
That was your final.
Hold up.
Watch BWC.
Act like I'm hating on the U.S. It's also
You got
USA.
Hey,
USA.
You got every jersey of every team you like, bro.
Yes,
How are
sir.
you wrong? All I said was let's hope he hits bombs in the for USA. Hey, no what was bad about that.
It's a little bit of Yankee slander. That's why. That's why.
Yep. He knew what he did. He knew what he did.
This was good. It was good.
Well, one of y'all teams actually
Jays
won.
fan. I'm not attacking the Yankees. I'm not a Blue Jays fan.
Tom, don't do it.
I was just
Don't
gonna
do
say it slipped my
Don't do
mind and I charged it to my head and not my heart. But I meant to say, Joe, we up here with 2 champions. Like Teddy's team has won in the chats, and so is Griffey. You know,
okay.
the World Series.
Hey, like
I just thought about it. I got to give both of y'all props. I can't sit up here. I can't do that.
Yo, Teddy face like this dude right here.
I'll see you in the chats, Tomo. I'll see you in the chats.
Hopper, kid. Hopper.
Hey, MVP. Bryce Harper, World Baseball Classic MVP.
Okay.
Book it.
I might be.
Didn't you hear his GM? He's not elite anymore. He's
Yeah.
not elite anymore.
Straight up clown. And if you believe that, I feel sorry for you.
You say his GM said that?
Yes.
Yeah, his GM. That was crazy. He said that
Yeah, dude.
to the world. He said that. He's like, he don't think Bryce is elite anymore. That was so crazy.
Current GM.
Yeah.
Man, y'all talking about Keon
Dave
Coleman.
Dombrowski.
It was on that. This is worse.
It is. That's what we're trying to tell you,
Expecting his
Joe.
best player.
That's crazy. I would leave. He should go back to this original pick. Was it the Giants, right?
Nah, he should go to his favorite team.
The
That's who he should go to.
Nets.
Yeah. See,
The
Joe,
Bronx, baby. Come be a Bronx Bomber. You were supposed to be one, but Cashman never made the call. I'll never forgive him for that.
Joe Jones at the talk to him, right? I mean,
do a little tampering, right? That's what LeBron did.
Hey, man.
I know.
If you've been paying attention to the interviews, Bryce Harper is all about, yo, I get to bat in front of Judge. This is awesome. This is so cool. Like, don't be mad. Don't be mad when they team up in the Bronx.
He a fan. Griffey, go ahead, man. Take it away, man. You're going to get me in trouble, man. I wasn't supposed to be talking about Bryce Harper this much.
Your last words, Griffey?
I appreciate you guys for having me on. You know, great talk every time we talk baseball. I'm like, I could have joined this network at a better time, like the World Baseball Classic, you know, Dodgers winning the World Series. Like, I'm so happy to be able to talk about it, you know. I appreciate you guys, and make sure to hit me up next time if you want to talk baseball.
Oh, Joe, I think we got to run in series, man. No pun intended, but I think we got to run a series with these groups as they keep elevating. We got to bring these guys back on.
Yeah, man. Especially as the World Baseball Classic goes on, they're gonna have their respective shows and all that stuff. And I think y'all should collab too one time, like maybe when the groups is over and they have the actual bracket. Maybe I should do like a collab episode or something like that. Y'all could talk about it. But yeah, we do definitely get these great minds on, man. Cause we want to shed light on baseball too on the R2L Show. You know, So
Look at Teddy, like, I just want to get to the chats. Look, I got some stuff I need to say.
all right, y'all.
I'm ready to go. I'm
He's
ready
back.
to go.
He called him back.
Appreciate y'all.
All right, fellas.
Catch y'all in the chats.
All right.
That
Oh,
was
you got
good, man.
He
That was
about to have
good.
a field day, man. Let me put my phone on the charger, man. It's about to get ugly.
But my last word, I know it's 8:30. I get out of here. Well, if you want to do the
Yep, let me shout out the Superstar members right quick, man. Make sure y'all click the link below. We do have memberships, and like we said, we do have chats there on Instagram. Click the link below, become a member today so you can join one of the chats. I think, Joe, I'll talk to you backstage about it, and we'll announce it on the next episode. But I think we should do something nice because we got the WBC already going. But shout out to our Superstar members. Shout out to Joe, Dave, myself. Of course, you know, more so Joe's the pioneer. He brought his brothers on. So shout out to you, Joe, for keeping this thing going. I had to give you your flowers right quick. Shout out to Taniqua, RBO Vaughn. Shout out to RBO Vaughn. He was in the comments talking about the Hornets, man. I thought he was gonna have a lot more to say. You know, he got smoked. He dropped a reel talking about Luka intangibles. He got smoked. Make sure you come on the show, man. I think you and Joe need to talk it out.
The timing was crazy, right?
Man, perfect.
I feel like it was a shot. I'm like,
No, I'm just saying, perfect timing. Shout out to Donnell, shout out to Giovanni, shout out to Chris, FFC Coach Coombs, Decorius, BWT Teddy, who you all just seen, was up here repping Puerto Rico and the USA, and Bryce Harper at times. Shout out to Big O. Shout out to Dimitri and Chavo. And shout out to you all as well that was in the comments, keeping the conversation going. Carl, I don't know if you've seen it, but I think we do have another FJA member. He was in the comments. Shout out to you, brother. But take it away, Joe. I just had to get that out the way.
yeah, I definitely got another member. He was going crazy. He writing paragraphs. But my last words is real quick, man. NFL free agency coming up. Commanders go to work. Kings, do what y'all do, man. Keep losing. Appreciate Carl, Teddy, and Griffey for coming on. I'm looking forward to hear more about this baseball stuff, man, for real. And it was good to get Teddy and Griffey on at the same time. Shout out to you, Tomo. Shout out to Dave. And shout out to everybody on the network and everybody. Oh, I'll wait for that. That's it.
All right, man. And shout out to we shout out our sports teams all the time. So I'm gonna just say I gotta give Jerry and them. I gotta give them a shout out.
You got an update with the Wizards?
I mean, they getting spanked. Outside of that, I mean, they doing what they supposed to do. They got Trae Young got the first two points. You know, they did the whole intro. I gotta go check everything out because everything started while we were on the show. But I want to say shout out to Trae Young for getting his first start as a Wizard, and shout out to Jerry and them for actually trying to make some moves after saying 2 years ago they going all in. They actually trying to go all in this season. So we'll see what it looks like. And Joe, I don't know if you heard it, but Kev said it, man, and I'm with him. I can't wait till these NFC East panels hit because we looking at some totally different teams probably going into the season. So we'll see what happens there. And shout out to everybody again that was in the comments and in the chats, man. Let's keep this thing going.
Let's get it. Yeah, y'all done about 15 times.
Yeah. No. I seen I had to, you know, you got the little ESPN thing that show up with the score all the time. I had to clear the notification. I don't want to see that.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. I'm trying to see what Trae Young doing. Oh, he got 10 points. Okay. 3 assists, 3 turnovers. All right. Well,
You had to say the turnovers, man.
my bad. That's all we have for y'all today, and we'll see you at the next episode on Monday. Let's get it.
Peace.
Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all at the next episode.